So right now, man, I mean, put on your frickin' radar. You know what I'm saying? Read this guy. If you get any weird feeling, we're getting out of here.
And welcome back to Dawn. That was Todd Carmichael, host of Dangerous Grounds and on the Travel Channel, and my special guest today. Is it worth the risk? I mean, it's coffee.
I know.
You go around the world and you're finding the best beans. Why do you do it?
You know, a lot of people say that to me. They say, Todd, you know, why do you take that? And because coffee tastes like coffee, and I agree. I mean, well, 99% of the time I agree. There's that 1% that's worth every effort to go find. There are coffees that transcend even the average person's idea of what coffee is, with flavors that just explode all over the charts. For example, I mean, these two coffees that I brought you are those styles of coffee. The first one is a natural from Brazil. What I like about this, it has a certain taste of wine to it, and pit fruits.
I'll hold it up. So these are the two we're going to do a taste test
Yeah, we're just
on.
going to do two quickies. Brazil, if you've seen that episode, it kind of
Brazil.
got gnarly, but this is the payoff. Panamanian
Todd almost
geisha.
got killed on that one. Poor Lauren almost had a heart attack.
I know. Is she here? She's listening.
Yeah.
But you'll see. I mean, what they do is they give every man the opportunity to have something that's some of the best in the world. And these two are two of the best coffees that I've had in a long, long time, and that are in that category of that 1% are the best in the world. And they're nothing like you expect.
Well, that's what I love. Years ago, you said to me, every man could have the same coffee as a king. That
That's it.
It's an amazing saying that you
The
have.
greatest coffee in the world is within reach of everybody, you know, and these are those kind of coffees that, you know, the best wine in the world is out of reach of pretty much everybody but about 5 people. This is not the case. Every American can have the best coffee on the planet. And that's why I love it. It's the ultimate democratic luxury, you know. So pour her some of that Brazil.
Let's do a little
The way
taste.
it's processed is different. The fruit stays on the seed for a long time, so it kind of gives it this winey style flavor. There's
So
going
this
to be
isn't
some
from the
sweetness.
elephants.
There's no elephants
I'm
involved
gonna have
in this.
that. No elephants
Yeah,
involved
exactly.
in this one.
And then right behind it,
That's good.
here, pour me some of that, my monster.
That's good. Oh, he's got the monster cup.
And I started you with this one because this is closer to the style of coffee that I think it's a crossover. In other words, it has some
This one is.
classic coffee characteristics to it, but it starts moving into that fruit category. Now the next one is a drama queen. I mean, jazz hands coffee. This thing is nothing like you've ever had before. It has lemon and lime and like key lime to it. It has florals, but with jasmine, and then a little honeysuckle behind it. It's gonna taste like tea and coffee
Look at me,
had a
I'm
baby.
like pretending it's a wine
I
tasting.
know,
I'm doing
that's
this.
perfect actually. That is great, you're aerating it. It's like tea and coffee had a baby, right?
Oh, wow.
Is that weird? That's strange, right?
This right here.
That is something.
They're asking me in the control room, save some for them.
Save
No,
some.
this is all mine.
It's a Panamanian geisha. It's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful coffee.
Wonderful.
It's a derivative of this that I won the Brewers Cup with. Eventually, there's nationals and then internationals, and I will continue brewing that coffee. I think it's the best on the planet, and it's here in Philadelphia.
Which
in
is
fact,
awesome
the
that you
lion's
bring it
share
to
of it
us.
is in Philly.
So
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about the show. When you first
Okay.
started the pilot for this on Travel
Right.
Channel, poor Lauren was calling us. We were like lighting candles and worried about you. So, but you, I mean, you risk your life. You're
Yeah.
traveling the world. It's an amazing show.
Yeah, it's, you know, I do about 17 countries a year, 8 of which
17 countries.
I do. I know.
But
right?
you're not staying at the Ritz. I mean, you're out here.
No, most of the time I'm either underneath my truck or I'm just
He's
trying
not
to find
kidding.
a bed
He's
or
underneath a truck. I mean,
staying with
that's
farmers. This is the reason why coffee of this quality grows. It has to grow near the equator at altitude. So there's only a number of countries. Now those countries, about 80 of them, are isolated countries, and you're going to the most isolated part of the isolated countries. So when you get there, there's no electricity. There's nothing. They're not hotels. You're off the beaten track. You're off the grid, really.
Let's take a look at a real quick clip here of Dangerous Grounds and Todd Carmichael. Take a look.
I can smell it from here. Oh yeah, man. I'm telling you, we've narrowed it down. This is the guy. You found this. Yeah, that was me getting leads. You know, the best thing you can do when you're going off the grid, I mean, is you find friends. And then you get leads, but friends. It's the first thing you should do if you find yourself in the middle of Africa in trouble. and then knowing what roads what lays ahead. This
How
is
do
a
you
man.
have that instinct to just do that?
Well, you know, it comes from this. I started in coffee. You know, La Colombe started 20 years ago, and there was no internet, there was no email, you had paper maps. And when you went to Brazil, for example, you felt like you're going to the other side of the moon. I mean, now the world is kind of caught up electronically, but the skill set started there. Like the first time I ever went coffee hunting, I flew to Rio, and I just rented a truck and I just headed out. And over those years, you know, you start gaining a skill set. And you start really building a library of people that you can count on.
So in a way, you also have to have amazing people skills and find great people, as well as being able to know
It's
the best
people,
beans.
and then here's the thing. I think my biggest skill right now is that I only speak a couple languages, but I understand about 30. Like I can pretty much know what you're saying in Swahili. You know, I can't speak Swahili, and it's that skill of just calming down and being able to communicate with people, even if you don't speak their language.
Well, I think
you
also
know?
you are an old soul, and we're going to talk about that on the other side, and just talk about some pretty amazing nonprofits that you have been involved with and helping people around the world. This is the sweet, soft side of Todd Carmichael. I want to thank you, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
We're going to be right back on The Dawn Show.